טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. Welcome to Temple Sinai of Glendale. This is Cantor Allison Weiss. I am Rabbi Rick Schechter, and it's so wonderful for all of us to be together tonight. As the psalmist wrote and as Cantor Allison sang with us, how good, how pleasant it is that for all of us to be together in unity, to be together as family, to be together as friends, to be together as a community, to celebrate Shabbat, the Jewish day of rest and renewal, a day when we can all just slow down and thank God for all the goodness, for all the blessings in our lives. We have so many blessings to celebrate, and this Shabbat is so very special because we have a blessing right over here. We are blessed this Shabbat to celebrate Lauren Marx becoming a bat mitzvah. A bat mitzvah, yes, yes. Lauren is a bat mitzvah, literally a daughter of the commandment. A daughter of the commandment. Today, Lauren is recognized in our eyes. She's recognized in the eyes of the entire Jewish world as having come of age in our tradition, and she is ready, she is willing, and she is able to keep the teachings and the practices of Judaism. So today, Lauren demonstrates her new status as a bat mitzvah, a daughter of the commandment, by leading us all in prayer and worship. And Lauren would like y'all to participate. So the way that we're going to do that is, if you know the songs we sing, we're going to sing songs together. If you don't know the songs, we're going to hum, we're going to clap along. If you know Hebrew, we're going to join together in Hebrew at various times. And we'll have other ways for all of us to participate together. So Lauren's also going to demonstrate her status as a bat mitzvah, a daughter of the commandment, by chanting from the Torah, from the 5 books of Moses. She is also going to chant her Haftarah portion from the prophetical books of the Jewish Bible, and Lauren will share with us her very thoughtful, very wise teachings of hers based upon this week's Torah portion. So we want to wish a heartful mazel tov to Lauren, and to Ivy, and to Michael, and to Brandon, and to Jordan, who is joining us from New York City on the live stream tonight. Hey, Jordan, mazel tov, congratulations. Mazel tov to all of you. Mazel tov to the entire family. My goodness, we have family and friends from all over with us tonight. We've got family and friends from throughout the Los Angeles area. Raise your hand if you're from the LA area tonight. All right, see a number of folks from LA. We have folks from San Jose, California. There's San Jose. What'd you call it? Morgan Hill, to be precise. Welcome. We have folks from San Francisco. Where are folks from San Francisco? There they are. Welcome. Welcome to you all. From Berkeley, we're going up from Berkeley, California. Very nice, very nice. Welcome from Berkeley. We're going to go even higher in Northern California, from Sacramento, California. I think that's higher. Is it higher? Or is it lower? Sideways. Welcome. Welcome from Sacramento, our state's capital. We have family and friends with us tonight, even as far as Silver Lake, California. So welcome. Where's Silver Lake? All right, there's Silver Lake. Welcome, guys. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully everybody has a copy of the prayer book we're going to be using tonight. This is a Hebrew opening book. You can find it in the pews in front of you. It's Hebrew opening, so it opens from right to left instead of from left to right. So we are going to be using that tonight. We'd like to invite everybody in the sanctuary now to please silence your cell phones. Let's take a moment to quiet our electronic devices. There's going to be no texting during the service. Lauren, you're doing great. We're going to do that through other ways. We're going to show our love and appreciation to Lauren throughout the service. It's a modified form of applause. So instead of going like this to show our love and appreciation to Lauren, we're going to go like this. Yeah, there you got it. We like to call this Sacred Pac-Man for those of you who play. And we'll have plenty of opportunities to do that throughout the service. Just a reminder, there's no photography during the service. Our photographer, right, is back there taking wonderful pictures. So let's begin. Let us begin. At this time, we are so very honored to call upon Lauren's parents, Ivy and Michael Marx, to present Lauren with her talit, with her Jewish prayer shawl.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatef bat tzitzit.
Amen. Amen. Beautiful, beautiful talit. Well, let's get Brandon involved. We'd like to invite the Marx family to please bring in the light and the warmth and the joy of Shabbat with our Sabbath candle lighting. So let's see if somebody would like to take their prayer book. We are on page 120 and 121, everybody. Pages 120 and 121 in your prayer books.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
So we'll stay here for the family blessing. Would you guys like to maybe, I don't know, come over together? Would you like to be together for this? I can take your book up if you'd like. Do the family blessing. I'll introduce it in just a second. All right. Asking for the beautiful Marx family to stand together as a family. We're all going to stand together at this time as family and friends. We invite you to please rise. And we come now to a Sabbath family blessing. It's a tradition with the Sabbath candles are lit to share this blessing. And you can find it on the laminated sheet before you. So it's actually in the pews on the laminated sheet before you as we join together.
May God bless you and keep you. May He shine His face upon you and grace you. May He lift His presence unto you and grant you peace. May God bless you and keep you. May she shine her face upon you and grace you. May she lift her presence unto you and
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Please be seated. Please make yourself comfortable. We are now so very honored to have Lauren Marx, our bat mitzvah, lead us in prayer and worship.
Please turn to page 126. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, and no services. But I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created, and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us, and to bring that vision to life. We continue with the singing of Shalom Aleichem on page 142.
So I'm going to give you a quick heads up, because you guys have a job. I mean, it's my job. It's my job to make sure you do your job. We need to bring ruach, spirit, support for Lauren and for her family and for all, because it's a big moment. And so I want to I want to invite you to sing along. If you don't know the words, feel free to hum or clap or la 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 or whatever makes you happy. The transliteration for everything that we're doing is in the prayer book. So join along. We're going to sing together Shalom Aleichem to welcome everybody together. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We continue with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 144. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Be'amal divra virutei ve'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mivorach Le'yalam Ulal Me'al Maya Yitbarach Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh ve'yithadar ve'yitaleh ve'yithalal Shemei Kedusha berichu le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata tushbechata ve'nechemata da'amiram b'alma ve'imeru amen. Please rise for our call to worship on page 146. Please turn to page 149 for the Ma'ariv Aravim prayer, thanking God for the wonders of creation. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim, bechochma poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, B'mishmotehem barakia kirtzono Baruch Atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Please join me in the Shema beginning. Read this one. This one? Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
We now turn to page 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever, day and night. We will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch Atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Please join me in the Shema beginning on page 152. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Please be seated. Please join me in chanting the Ve'ahavta on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lavavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ug'shartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha ug'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotze'etiechem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem, Emet.
We turn to page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. We now sing our song of freedom, the Micha Mocha, on page 158.
So we're going to use this as a baby warm-up for the next big song, which is the big energy builder, Ruach builder. So this is your baby intro. So let's just work on the first half of the words. Everybody say, Yaba Bim Bam. Ay, ay, ay. Got it? That's all you need. If you don't know the Hebrew or are not familiar with the melody or just want to sing those parts, that's half of it. So we're going to sing, starting with Yaba Bim Bam, we're going to sing Micha Mocha. Yaba Ba Bim Bim Bam, Yaba Ba Ba Bim Bam, Yaba Ba Bim Bim Bam, Yaba Ba Ba, ay ay ay, ay 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 ay, Yaba Ba Ba Bim Bam, ay 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 ay, Yaba Ba Ba Bim, Micha Mocha, Vayalim Adonai, Micha Mocha, Nehedar B'Kodesh, Torah Techilot, Osei Melech, Torah Techilot, Osei Yaba Bim Bam, Yaba Ba Bim Bim Bam, Yaba Ba Ba Bim Bam, Yaba Ba Bim Bim Bam, Yaba Ba, ay ay ay, ay 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 ay, Yaba Ba Ba Bim Bam, ay 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 ay, Yaba Ba Ba Bim Bam.
A song for the Sabbath day, Vishamru, on page 162.
So like I said, that was your baby warm-up. This is the song with all the Ruach building. Where are my religious school students? So if you all see our wonderful, there's a row of religious school students right there, and our regular members who are here consistently, who will guide you through what the right thing to do is here. But everybody just let's start together with a big vet. We're gonna go, vet. Let's do that. Vet. Great, so every time we get to vet, lots of vet going on. Then we get to the word et. So on et, it's like doing the Jewish wave. So we're gonna go, if you want to, I say if you want to get the blood rushing to your legs, it's all good. You can stand up and go et. Religious school students, can you teach them? Lauren, you may join them. So if we're going to go, et, you see them there? Everybody see them there? Or you can just throw your hands in the air, or you can just smile because they're just such great kids. So we're all going to join together for Vishamru. It's on the top of page 162. We're going to do, that's a little low for me. We're going to start off with that big Ve. Lots of Ruach. Vishamru, B'nai Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat, לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. Here we go. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, Shabbat vayinafash. Now, Lauren really deserves a lot of energy here. We give you lots of ruach, lots of oomph, oomph, oomph. Here we go, big Ve. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et that was impressive, everyone. Lasot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. I feel like I was Lauren's warm-up crowd. Or warm-up, there you go.
We now come to the heart of Jewish worship, the Amidah, on pages 164 through 170. Please rise.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yadi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geulah Livnei Bneihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava. Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Elohei Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah, Rav le'Hoshia. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofeh holim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei nafar. Yeshua, V'ne'emana tal hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, V'chayei ha'olam. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom, Yehalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. I am now honored to call upon my Grandma Donna, my Uncle Pete, and my Auntie Susan to lead us in prayer beginning on page 173.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace.
May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fill its purpose. How about promise?
Please turn to page 175.
You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service.
Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirna na'avod. We now take a moment for personal and silent prayer.
Sim Shalom Tov. shalom, tova uvracha. Chen v'chesed, chen v'chesed, v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed, chen v'chesed, v'rachamim. V'rachamim. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha.
We now come to our Torah service, Seder Kriyat HaTorah LeShabbat. You can find the prayers and the blessings for the Torah service beginning on page 362. Page 362.
Ein k'mocha b'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein k'ma'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch, Le'olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim, heitiv avitzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Ki vecha levad batachnu, melech el ram v'nisa, Adon olamim.
To open the Aron HaKodesh, the Holy Ark, we are delighted to call upon Logan and Ava Marx, Lauren's cousins, to pass the Torah through the generations. We are so very honored to call upon Donna Jones, Lauren's grandmother, Ivy and Michael Marx, Lauren's parents, and Lauren Marx, our bat mitzvah. After our processional with the Torah, we are honored to help us undress the Torah scroll, Flo Cohen, family friend, and Brandon Marx, Lauren's brother. We now invite the entire congregation to please rise before the open ark.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch
Lauren, you are leading us so beautifully in prayer and worship this evening. My goodness, you have been leading us in prayer and chanting so beautifully prayers, some of which you know are thousands of years old, and you're now getting ready to do something the Jewish people have also been doing for millennia, for thousands of years, reading, chanting from the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, the books of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And as you know, we're not going to ask you to read all those books tonight. As you know, you've got a great portion from the book of Numbers Lauren's going to tell us about in just a moment. So in becoming a bat mitzvah, a daughter of the commandment, Lauren, you are now taking your place among the Jewish people, and as part of what we call the Shashelet HaKabbalah. Shashelet HaKabbalah, the chain of Jewish tradition. This loving chain of Jewish tradition extends thousands of years into our past. It will extend thousands of years into our future, thanks to you as the newest and the strongest link in our loving chain of Jewish tradition. In this Torah, Lauren, this embodiment of Jewish wisdom and teaching and history and story and Jewish values, this Torah comes to you l'dor v'ador, from generation to generation, with the love and the support of your family. Lord, this Torah comes to you with the love and support of your Grandma Donna. It also comes with the love and support of your Grandma Marcia, your Grandpa Lou, and your Grandma Jean, who are up in Northern California. They wanted to be here tonight. They weren't able to make it. We wish them well. We wish them all healing. And you know this Torah comes to you also with all of their love and all of their support. And this Torah, of course, comes with the love and the guidance of your mom. Comes with the love, the guidance of your dad. And now finally rest in your arms, Lord.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hachod ki ho b'shamayim uvaretz ki ho b'shamayim uvaretz lecha Adonai hamamlacha Lamid naseh lechol erosh. Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed al haTorah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al gemilut hasadim, al haTorah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al gemilut hasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'dvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'dvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'dvar Adonai miYerushalayim.
And please be seated, everybody. Let me get you set up here. And let's see, yeah, if you want to slide your binder right under, it should just slide right there. There we go. Then you've got there. Slide the mic whenever you're ready.
This week's Torah portion comes from the book of Numbers. In it, God instructs Moses and his people to make for themselves fringes on the corner of their garments throughout the ages. This is the Talit. You can find the Torah portion in the blue Torah commentary on page 989 and in the Green Women's commentary on page 884 beginning at verse 32.
Yes, as Lauren said, you can find that, yes, in the blue book on page, that was, let's see, Lauren gave us that page number. That was 989 in the blue commentary, 989 in the Green Women's Torah commentary, page 884. 989 blue, 884 green, beginning at verse 32. And as you're finding your place there, we want to mention that it is an honor to be called to the Torah, to chant, as Lauren is about to do as bat mitzvah. It's also an honor to be called to the Torah before and after each chanting for a blessing thanking God for the gift and the wisdom of Torah. That honor is called an aliyah. Aliyah is the Hebrew pronunciation, and we have 3 aliyot this evening. 3 aliyot this evening. And we good here?
Yeah,
Put that there. You have the yard.
right over there.
For our first aliyah, we are so very honored to call upon Bruce Marx, Lauren's uncle, and Jay Latin, family friend.
Ta'amod Baruch ben Marvin ben Marsha, Yoel ben Edward ben Nancy, La'aliyah Rishon.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayu v'nei Yisrael bamidbar vayimseu ish mekoshesh etzim b'yom haShabbat vayakrivu oto hamotzeim oto mekoshesh etzim el Moshe ve'el Aharon ve'el kol ha'edah vayanichu oto b'mishmar ki lo forash מה יעשה לו.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam nata b'tachenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
For our second aliyah this evening, we are so very honored to call upon Brandon Marx, Lauren's brother, and Michael and Ivy Marx, Lauren's parents.
Ta'amod Acharon ben Michael ve'Ivy, Michael ben Marvin Marsha, la'aliyah sheni.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai El Moshe, Mot Yumat Ha'ish, Rako Moto, Va'avanim, Kol Ha'eda, Michutz Lamachane, Vayotziu Oto, Kol Ha'eda, El Michutz Lamachane, Vayirgemu Oto, Ba'avanim, Vayamot, Ka'asher, Tziva Adonai, Et Moshe, Vayomer Adonai, El Moshe Lemor, Daber El Bnei Yisrael, Ve'amarta Aleihem, Ve'asu Lahem, Tzitzit, Al Kanfei Vigdehem, Lidorotam, V'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf petio techelet.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'dochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
For our third and final aliyah this evening, we are so very honored to officially call as bat mitzvah Lauren Marx.
Ya'amod Aliyah bat Michael ve'Ivy la bat mitzvah. And we welcome to the Torah singing, Heveinu shalom alechem, Heveinu shalom alechem, Heveinu shalom alechem, Heveinu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Oh no. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'haya lachem letzitzit uritem oto uzchartem et kol mitzvot Adonai va'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavchem ve'acharei einechem asher atem zonim achareihem למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. Amen.
This is definitely one of those moments. Yeah, this is a highlight of becoming a bat mitzvah, chanting from the Torah. Lauren chanted so beautifully. This is what we like to call a Siman Tov and Mazel Tov moment. It's a good sign and good fortune that we were all together celebrating this joyful, joyful, happy occasion. Let's join together in singing Siman Tov and Mazel Tov. And please clap if you don't
Clap
mind.
and celebrate. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov. Yehelanu. Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Congrats. If you'd like to have a seat, we're going to make sure we're review. Not yet. I should mention there was a moment of recognition I saw on at least one of our students' faces as Lauren was chanting the last aliyah, Lama'an Tizkiru Va'asitem, which we chanted earlier in the V'ahavta prayer. So the V'ahavta prayer is composed of two sections of the Torah. The first part, the first paragraph, is from Deuteronomy. The second paragraph of the V'ahavta comes from Lauren's Torah portion from the book of Numbers, chapter 15. So it was neat to see that. By the way, I had the same moment of recognition. We were practicing together, and I heard it for the first time. I'm like, oh, that's where that's from.
I had the same
You had the same
reaction.
thing, right?
Well, she lucked out.
Uh-huh.
She already knew half of her aliyah before she started.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Well, it sounded so wonderful. Thank you, Lauren. And, so there's a tradition with the Torah before us, and that tradition is that we say special prayers, in this case, prayers of healing for people we know who are sick or injured, people who are in need of a healing of body and a healing of spirit. So we invite you to join us in this Misha Barak prayer of healing if you know it. It's in the middle of page 371 of your prayer book, middle of 371. It's also on the laminated sheet before you. At this time, we invite you to offer the names of people you know who are in need of healing. We'll go around the sanctuary. Please raise your hand and call out their name. Please. Yes. Des? Yes. Yeah, Jojo. Yes. Josh. Yes, thank you. And let's see. Yes, sir. Yes. Please, Don. Yes. Please. Thank you. Let's see. I thought there was a hand over here. George. Yes. Maggie. Thank you. Please. Yes, thank you. Louise. Yes, thank you. Clayton. Yes. Susan.
Mark.
Jean Louie. Kathy Fogel.
We think of all of them, and we now turn to the inside of our Shabbat leaflet. On the inside page on the left, we have our Misha Berach list here in our temple community. We now pray in our hearts for all of these temple members listed here who are in need of healing, all of these family members who are in need of healing, and all of these friends and co-workers in need of healing, as we now continue this prayer of healing together. We pray they are all healed. Well, Lauren chanted her Torah portion so spectacularly. She is getting ready to chant her Haftarah portion from the prophetical books of the Jewish Bible. Before she does so, Lauren would like to share something with all of you that she made for this very special occasion. So Lauren, why don't we head on down? I'm going to give you this one. And let's see. Do you want to take this and I'll meet you down? Great, thank you. And let's see. Okay, Lauren and I are going to walk up here so you all can see it, and we've got our eye on the candles. So we're going to keep this beautiful wimple safe and sound. So I use the term wimple. Wimple is a Yiddish word. It's what we call the cloth that we bind the Torah scroll with. So wimple is a Yiddish word based on a German word for cloth. And we ask each and every one of our bat mitzvah students, our bar mitzvah, our b'nai mitzvah students to design their very own wimple, their very own Torah binder, to wrap the Torah on the very special day of their ceremony. And we invite them to make it look very, very attractive and pretty, and to also include some symbols from Jewish life and from the students' own lives outside of Judaism that are meaningful to them. And as you can see, Lauren has designed an extraordinarily artistic and colorful wimple. And so, Lauren, why don't we'll go sort of from right to left, and if you could explain to everybody what they're looking at. Why don't we begin with the border? You created a border on the top and the bottom of your wimple, and you may be able to see the color, but Lauren, could you describe what it's made up of?
This border is made up of green leaves and pink and purple flowers.
Very nice. And the significance of the green leaves and the pink and purple flowers is?
It represents my love for nature.
Very nice, your love for nature. So that's beautiful to have that border your wimple. So why don't we go from right to left? So on the top right in that beautiful blue, tachelet was the Hebrew word you used for sort of the blue that used to be on the tzitzit, on the fringes. You've got it right here. You've got Hebrew letters. What does this tachelet, these Hebrew letters represent?
They represent my Hebrew birth year.
Very nice, your Hebrew birth year. So that's traditional to put that on a wimple. And then underneath your Hebrew birth year, what are we looking at there?
Pair of ballet shoes.
Nice. A pair of ballet shoes because?
I do ballet and I've been doing it for 7 years.
Very nice. Oh, wonderful. So you've got your ballet shoes there that you've been doing for 7 years. Beautiful. And then next to your ballet shoes, there's a green symbol. Tell us about that.
That is the Girl Scout symbol. I've been a Girl Scout for 11 years.
11 years as a Girl Scout. My goodness. I bet you sold a lot of cookies. All right, very nice. That's wonderful. Oh my goodness, you've been doing both those things for so long. Oh, and then next to the Girl Scout symbol, tell us what we're looking at there.
That is a Star of David with a heart in the corner to represent my love for Judaism.
Oh, beautiful. So a Star of David with a heart representing your love of Judaism. And then right there in the middle, and this is traditional, put this in the middle of a wimple, you've got your Hebrew name. So it says Aliyah Bat Michael, so your name, daughter of dad and mom, and tell us how mom's represented.
That is an ivy plant, and my mom's name is Ivy.
Nice. Very creative. So you've got mom's name on the wimple, depicted there with the beautiful ivy plant. Wow, very creative. And then, I don't know if y'all can see this, but in beautiful penmanship, you've got the names of 2 people. Tell us about that.
Brandon and Jordan, they're my brothers.
Nice. So you got mom and dad and your brothers represented on your wimple. I love it. And then let's also go above mom's name. What are we looking at there?
Today's date, June 16th, 2023.
Okay, very nice. So marking this occasion. And then next to the date, you've got a little animal there.
Oh yeah, that's a butterfly, because butterflies are my spirit animals.
All right, butterflies are your spirit animal. I love it. I love it. Yeah, butterflies are marvelous and a very meaningful symbol of life. Beautiful. And speaking of symbols, right next to you on the lower left, tell us what that symbol is.
That's a hamsa.
A hamsa. And a hamsa, by the way, I looked this up for you just to make sure. So hamsa is the Arabic word for 5, sort of similar to the Hebrew word chamisha or chamesh, also meaning 5. And why do you think, what's with the 5? And tell us what that symbol means.
Well, this is a hand with 5 fingers.
Nice.
And to me, the hamsa is a symbol of good luck and protection.
Very nice. So a symbol of good luck and protection, and that's a symbol that's used in the Jewish world, in the Middle East, and in North Africa. So that is a beautiful wimple. It tells a great story about you and your loves of Judaism and life. So thank you so much. We are honored to dress the Torah and wrap the Torah in your beautiful wimple. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. So at this time, we are going to address the Torah in Lauren's wimple and to lift the Torah high for all to see the words that Lauren chanted so wonderfully. We are honored to call upon Michael Marx, Lauren's dad, to lift the Torah and to dress the Torah. We are again honored to call upon Brandon Marx, Lauren's brother, and Flo Cohen, dear family friend. And it is a tradition to stand as the Torah is raised.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
Please be seated, everybody.
You gave it to me.
Let's see, do you have everything in the order that you needed? Okay, so you got your intro, where's your class?
Right here.
And then this is your...
This week's Haftorah portion comes from the book of Joshua. In it, Moses' successor, Joshua, sends 2 scouts to the city of Jericho to survey the promised land before the Jewish people enter it after wandering in the desert for 40 years. You can find the Haftorah portion on page 999, beginning at verse 14 in your blue Torah commentary. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza b'divreihem hana'emarim be'emet baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek vayomru laha'anashim nafshenu tachtechem lamut im lo tagidu et divareinu ze v'haya b'teit Adonai lanu et haaretz ve'asinu imach chesed ve'emet v'toridem b'chevel be'ad hachalon ki ve'ta bekir hachoma uvachoma hioshavet vatomer lahem hahara lechu pen yifgeu vachem harodefim v'nach beitem shama shloshat yamim ad shov harodefim ve'achar telchu lidarkechem Baruch ha'olam, tzur kol ha'olamim, tzadik bechol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'oseh, hamdaber umkayem, shekol divarav, emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al ha'nevi'im, ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'linucha, lechavod ultifaret, al hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, umvarchim otach, yitbarach shimcha, befi kol chai, tamid le'olam va'ed, baruch ata Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
Another one of those moments. Definitely. Yes. Oh, that was wonderful, Lauren. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we were getting ready to return the Torah to the Ark. We are on page 374, and to help us return the Torah, we are so very honored to call upon Raymond and Naomi Louie, Lauren's cousins. So to help Raymond, we are honored to call upon Susan Louie. And as they come on up, let's all stand together as we return the Torah to the Ark, page 374, everybody, 374. Please be seated, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom. Audrey Hepburn once said, "Nothing is more important than empathy for another human being's suffering. Nothing. Not career, not wealth, not intelligence, certainly not status. We have to feel for one another if we're going to survive with dignity." Judaism has taught me the importance of empathy. Tzedakah, the Hebrew word meaning righteousness, refers to the obligation to do what is right, whether it's donating money to the needy, volunteering at a soup kitchen, or visiting a temple member who is unable to attend services due to physical challenges. While it can be easy to forget about tzedakah, for me, reminders of Judaism prompt me to act. This week's Torah portion teaches us the importance of sacred reminders. The portion comes from the book of Numbers, and it is in part about the talit, what I'm wearing here. My talit is a beautiful gift from a couple who are among the most loving and giving members of our temple community, Flo and Larry Cohen. In this portion, God instructs Moses and his people to make for themselves fringes on the corner of their garments throughout the ages. By wearing a talit, it will protect you from following your heart and eyes into a lustful urge. The Eternal One tells his people to look at their talits and recall all the commandments and observe them. By wearing the talit, we recall the commandments, and thereby we are reminded of our Judaism. Whether you come from a Jewish background or not, I invite you to reflect on the things that serve as reminders of what truly matters to you and to hold them close to your heart. These reminders can take the form of physical objects like heirlooms or sentimental gifts, or they can be intangible, such as traditions and meaningful quotes. They act as anchors grounding us in our principles and providing comfort during challenging times. It is crucial for all of us, regardless of our religious or cultural backgrounds, to take a moment to honor and reflect on what holds true significance in our lives. Today, I have been gifted with a new reminder of Judaism, my talit. However, over the course of my life, I have discovered many other reminders that hold deep meaning for me. Let's focus first on the physical reminders. One of these is my Star of David necklace, which I received from my parents on Hanukkah. I have cherished this necklace ever since. When I wear it, I feel a sense of divine protection, and it serves as a constant reminder of God's presence in my life. Another physical reminder is my mezuzah, which I pass by every day when entering and leaving my house. The mezuzah, a parchment inscribed with religious texts and placed in a case on a doorpost, symbolizes the love, commitment, and dedication I put forth to create a Jewish home. It serves as a reminder of my efforts to uphold Jewish traditions, whether it's observing Shabbat or maintaining a kosher household. Equally important are the intangible reminders that shape my connection to Judaism. One of these is the prayer Modeh Ani, which I recite every morning. It reminds me to express gratitude to God for renewing my soul and giving me the gift of life each day. Another powerful reminder comes from the observance of Jewish holidays and festivals such as Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Passover, and especially Hanukkah. Celebrating these holidays with my loved ones not only brings us joy, but also serves as a reminder of the significant events and teachings from Jewish history. These reminders connect us to the experiences of our ancestors and allow us to appreciate the wisdom they have imparted to us through their writings and traditions. Now please let me share with you the very root of my Judaism, the place where it all began, this temple. Over the past 10 years, I have been surrounded by reminders within these walls. Attending services here reminds me of the worship and connection I have with God and the bond I share with my Jewish community when we join together in song and prayer. Every Sunday as I come to religious school, I am reminded of the importance of receiving a Jewish education and the value of tzedakah. In each classroom, we have a tzedakah box that we fill with money, which is then donated to a charity of our choice. I used to believe that tzedakah only meant giving money, but I have learned that it can take many forms, including what I did for my bat mitzvah project. For my mitzvah project, I visited an elderly man named Mr. Gerd Lester. Mr. Lester was a longtime member of this temple, but due to physical challenges caused by old age, he was unable to attend services in recent years. Some of you may remember him participating in Rosh Hashanah, proudly blowing his grand shofar. Gerd loved to share stories of his trips to Israel, where he brought back many Jewish treasures, such as statues, paintings, candlesticks, and a shofar. He spoke with such joy about the country, and you could tell he was proud to be a Jew. He showed me pictures of some of his trips, and I remember one in particular of Gerd and his daughter. He was so happy that he was able to share that trip with his daughter, but I could tell looking at her photo brought him great joy, but also deep sadness, as he lost his daughter at a very young age. I cannot fathom the pain of losing a child, but it was evident during my visits with Gerd had faced hardships throughout his life. He left Germany at age 7 with no mother, outlived 2 wives, and his home here in Glendale, where he had lived for many years, was burned down. While I could never take away his pain, I hoped that my visits brought him some joy, as he had no family to visit him. I met Gerd 1 year ago during Passover. To make our first visit special, I drew a picture of sailboats in the ocean with a shining sun to brighten his day. I brought him a box of matzah and my homemade matzo ball soup, which brought a smile to his face. One of the things I love about Gerd is his sense of humor. On multiple visits, he had me laughing so hard that tears filled my eyes. He once told me a story about a fellow resident in his senior home who always wore hats. Gerd, with his curiosity, asked her, "Why do you always wear hats? Are you bald?" On another occasion, when I brought him more of his favorite matzo ball soup, I asked if there was anything else we could bring him on our next visit. He jokingly replied, "Money, as much as you can carry." Visiting Gerd not only brought laughter, but also served as a history lesson. He shared stories of his childhood growing up in Germany and then moving here to Glendale. Due to health challenges and other issues, Mr. Lesser stopped coming to Temple a few years before the COVID pandemic. I hoped to help him start attending again. The last I visited Mr. Lesser was on May 14th, and unfortunately, he died 3 days later. When my mom shared the news with me, my heart sank. While we can celebrate the 94 years of his life, we also grieve for the funny, kind, and lovely person we have lost. Although Mr. Lester is no longer with us, I'm immensely grateful for the opportunity I had to meet him. We talked, we laughed, and we created memories that I will forever hold dear. I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here today. You are a part of what makes this day so special, and I am very grateful to share it with you. I would also like to thank the most special people in the world. Mommy and Daddy, you are so many things to me. Best friends, inspirations, and people I can always come to. Your warm smiles and hugs are what I have to look forward to every night I come home. You have hearts like no other, and everyone knows it. I could not ask for anyone else, and I feel like the luckiest daughter in the world when I am around you. I cannot name a time when you were not there for me, always lending a helping hand and giving me the love and support I need to grow into the young woman I am today. Jordan and Brandon, there is absolutely no one I would rather be a little sister to. I look up to you, and I can't tell you how much I love you. When you left the house for college, I was an only child. Some people said, "Oh, you must be so happy," but I hated it. I missed our talks, I missed our late-night drive to 7-Eleven, I missed beating you in Monopoly, and I missed my big brothers. Thank you for sharing this special day with me, and I love you with all my heart. Lastly, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the individuals who have made this day possible. Rabbi Rick, I am immensely grateful for your guidance and support in leading this service so beautifully. Your wisdom and teachings have been truly inspiring. A huge thank you goes to Cantor Allison for helping me prepare for this day. It would not have been possible without your guidance and expertise. I would also like to extend my thanks to Carolyn Moore-Musso, our Director of Education, for her support and for overseeing my religious education. I am deeply grateful to all my religious school teachers, especially Dr. Nancy and Deborah Cohen, for their commitment to my learning and growth. Speaking of religious school, I would like to thank my classmates who have supported me and made me laugh every Sunday. Again, my gratitude goes to everyone here tonight for celebrating my being a bat mitzvah. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Wow. I wonder if we could do that again for Lauren so she can see it as she was moving. Wow. Lauren, your words of Torah, what Lauren just gave her bat mitzvah speech, are called Devar Torah, words of Torah. Your words of Torah were exquisite and so moving and touching to us all. So thank you so much. And thank you for everything tonight. And at this time, I know that your parents would like to share what is in their heart to you. So we'd be honored, Ivy Michael, to please come up with Lauren. And
dear friends and family, thank you all for joining us today as we celebrate Lauren's bat mitzvah. As parents, we are grateful that all of you have taken the time out from your very busy schedules to come from near and far to visit and celebrate with us. And I'm going to go off script for a second here and say, for those of you, at least who came from the west side, all the way from Malibu, we are so grateful because the commute today was horrible. I had to go to get Brandon at UCLA, and it took me 3 hours round trip. It was unbelievable, so we do really appreciate it. We also thank Rabbi Schechter, the wonderful staff and volunteers that make our temple community thrive, and all of the support we received in completing what is now our third bar and bat mitzvah. As everybody probably knows, our son Brandon was here before Lauren, and Jordan before that. Jordan, unfortunately, I think it was said earlier, couldn't be here because he's back east and sort of stranded. Lauren is growing into a remarkable woman, and we are honored to be her parents. She exemplifies what it means to be kind, compassionate, and hardworking. She has a passion for ballet and dedicates herself to it with an unwavering commitment, training multiple days a week. Her dedication and discipline are truly inspiring to us. But Lauren's talents extend far beyond the dance studio. She is a gifted student who thinks creatively and excels academically. Her intelligence and curiosity are complemented by her calm and composed demeanor. Together, these attributes make her a humble yet strong leader, and more importantly, a trusted friend. What truly sets Lauren apart, however, is her kindness and compassion to others. As she noted in her Devar Torah, for her bat mitzvah project, she chose to visit a 94-year-old man, Gerd Lester, who had experienced more hardship in his life than any person should bear. Perhaps because he lost a daughter in her 20s, Lauren's visit seemed to make him quite happy and substantially lifted his spirits. Indeed, her selflessness and empathy are a testament to the kind of person that she is and the values that she holds dear. Lauren, we are so proud of you, so proud of the young woman that you are becoming. You've touched our lives and the lives of so many others with your kindness, talents, and your unwavering calm and positive spirit. We love you more than words can express, and we cannot wait to see the amazing things that you will accomplish in the years to come. And now for a bit of fatherly advice. The other day, I asked Lauren to list 3 things that I taught her and to just tell me whatever came to the top of her head. Without hesitation, she said, never leave my brothers behind, how to find a compatible and good person to marry based on evidence-based psychology, and third, perseverance and hard work always pay off. So I thought, that's a good start. So I want to add a few other things that I think best are conveyed through some of my favorite quotes to give her a little more life advice as she continues forward from this point of bat mitzvah. I'll try to give credit where credit is due for each quote. From Warren Buffett, it takes a lifetime to build a reputation and about 5 minutes to tear it down. From Albert Einstein, everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. From the great Judge Learned Hand, life is made up of a series of judgments on insufficient data, and if we waited to run all of our doubts down, then life would pass us by. From me, prepare to live to the age of 120 years old, mostly in excellent health, because with the pace of advances in biotechnology and other sciences, this is going to happen. From my beloved wife and your ever-dedicated mother, Ivy, in the midst of almost any crisis, when the world seems like it's falling apart, she, being the eternal optimist that she is, will say, don't worry, you don't know that X is going to happen. I think it will be fine. And then she goes to work, like a bat out of hell, to make sure that that's exactly what happens. It's fine. And finally, one of my favorite quotes, posted at the end of the great positive psychology book entitled Maximum Achievement by Brian Tracy, and it reads as follows: only one life that soon must pass. Only what's done with love can last. God bless you, Lauren, our family, and all of you. We love you forever and a day.
Ditto. I really can't add too much to that. I actually wrote that for Michael, so that's actually all of my speech. But I don't, I'm not going to take too long, Lauren, but I do want you to know, you mentioned in your speech that different people who inspire you. But I have to say, I'm so proud of you, Lauren. You inspire me. You're an amazing young woman. I'm so proud of you. You've accomplished so much, and I know that you're going to accomplish much more. Stay on the path that you're on, because it's a good path, and continue to be who you are, because you're the best. You're the best, and I love you with all my heart. You inspire me to be a better person. I admire you so much, Lauren. I know it should be the other way around, but no, you inspire me. I'm amazed at everything that you do. You make me want to be a better person. You really do. And I love you so much, honey.
Well, thank you so much, Ivy. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for such heartfelt, such touching, wise words. Let's see, Lauren. I used to have a tissue. Can't you have? Tears of joy and so much love in this family. That is an inspiration. That is an inspiration to see how much love that you have for each other. And I know that extends to family here, and that extends to your friends. And what a pleasure it has been to have your family in our temple community all these years, and to celebrate these precious moments with you all. You mentioned how Lauren inspires you and makes you all better. You, as a family, you inspire our temple community, and you make us all better. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to have you in our community. And Lauren, again, I want to thank you. This was such a wonderful, powerful experience tonight. Thank you for creating, the word that was used was inspiring, this inspiring evening of prayer and learning and celebration. And Lauren, I've had the tremendous joy of watching you grow over these past 10 years, ever since my family and me, when you were 3. So I'm delighted to stand with you today as you become a bat mitzvah and a marvelous young woman. We are all so moved by what you did here tonight and what you taught us. And Lauren, we know that when you're not busy studying Hebrew and Judaism, or excelling at your schoolwork, or being a fabulous cook, or participating in the Girl Scouts since you were in preschool, we know how much you love dancing. And you express that love, and Dad expressed that love, and you shared that with us on your beautiful and your colorful wimple. And I remember you told me a while back that you danced ballet 5 days a week. And I thought, wow, that is dedication. That is commitment. And that got me thinking, Lauren. It got me thinking about how dancing ballet is a lot like becoming a bat mitzvah. and living a Jewish life. Believe it or not, dancing ballet is a lot like becoming a bat mitzvah and living a Jewish life. How so, you might be wondering? Well, Lauren, you know better than most of us that to be a good ballet dancer, it requires learning and practicing steps and movement and stances and postures. And so too, Judaism is about learning and practicing the steps, the movement, the stances, and the postures of Jewish life, which you've been doing since at least you were 3 years old. You've been learning and practicing how to celebrate Shabbat and the Jewish holidays, which you mentioned brings you joy. It brings you joy, and that brings us joy. You've been learning and practicing Jewish prayers and songs, chanting tropes and traditions, which you demonstrated so remarkably today. And you've been learning and practicing Jewish values like tzedakah, which you shared with us, this righteous giving that you do, and tikkun olam, making the world better. These values and many more that are so important to you. Lauren, may you continue to learn new steps within Judaism. Continue to practice new movements and new stances and new postures in the dance of Judaism. Practicing Judaism throughout your life, practicing in ways that you find meaningful, in ways that you find joyful and significant. In your beautiful phrase, holding Judaism close to your hearts. And like ballet, Lauren, Judaism itself is very much an ensemble activity. It requires groups and partners and many other people working together, and it's been that way since forever. As in ballet, a person really can't do Judaism well by themselves. Sure, you can have a ballet solo, which I hear is called a variation. Did I get that right? Yeah? All right. Well, similarly, there may be times when people celebrate their Judaism alone. That can happen, like an occasional Shabbat or a Hanukkah holiday. But it's not the same, right? It's not the same to have no family or friends beside you to enjoy the delicious homemade matzah ball soup that you make. It's not the same to celebrate Hanukkah without other people there. No family, no friends, all alone with the menorah, all alone with the plate of latkes, no one to play dreidel with. That's not much of a Hanukkah. And this would not be much of a bat mitzvah ceremony either, without being surrounded by all your family and all your friends in your temple community here, Lauren. Judaism is really only lived and practiced in community with other people, just like a performance of Swan Lake or The Sleeping Beauty. Did I get that right? Not to be confused with the Disney Sleeping Beauty. It's a ballet Sleeping Beauty? Yes. Wow. Lauren, may you continue to be an active part of the Jewish community and our temple community. May you continue to participate in our ensemble. So there's one final very important way that you're becoming a bat mitzvah, is a lot like ballet dancing. Perhaps it's the most important of all. And in your wise and in your touching, exquisitely written bat mitzvah speech, Lauren, you said that sacred reminders can be intangible. For example, a meaningful quote, you said. And Dad shared a number of very wise and meaningful quotes to you, so a lot of sacred reminders. And that they can act as an anchor, you said, grounding us in our principles. You put it so wisely. Well, one of my favorite quotes, so I'm going to add to Dad's list, one of my favorite quotes in all of Judaism comes from, I think, one of the greatest Jewish thinkers and writers of the past 100 years, named Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel. You may have heard me share his magnificent quote about what he most wished for young people like you, Lauren, And I'm going to follow in his big footsteps, and I'm going to wish this for you as well. And I think we all wish this for you. Rabbi Heschel's sacred reminder for you, and it's for your classmates, it's for your friends, it's for all of us, really. He said, above all, remember that the meaning of life is to live life as if it were a work of art. Live life as if it were a work of art. Just as ballet is art, just as all dance is artistic expression, just as cooking can be an artful endeavor, in your hands, that is, not in mine, but in yours, cooking can be art. So too, as Rabbi Heschel reminds us, our very lives can be lived like a work of art, filled with beauty and creativity and wonder and compassionate understanding. The compassionate understanding and empathy that you spoke of, Lauren, in your speech tonight, the compassion and empathy that you demonstrated, Lauren, with our dear friend Gerd Lester of blessed memory. You made such a positive impact on his life. It's a mitzvah beyond mitzvahs. That is living your life as a work of art. The visits that you made to Gerd, the stories that you told of Gerd, and the stories that he shared with you, because he shared it with you because of your deep kindness and your empathy, which he felt. And the stories that you in turn shared with us tonight, Lauren, that you retold with such compassion, that you retold with such thoughtfulness and eloquence and humor, which we will not soon forget. That is living your life as a work of art. May you continue to live in this way with your extraordinary creativity, your extraordinary goodness and wisdom and heart. Lauren, you are such a kind and thoughtful and dedicated, respectful, compassionate, creative, wise young woman. You know, that is what it means to be a bat mitzvah, a daughter of the commandment, and that is who you are, Lauren. That is who you are. May you continue to be a great blessing to the world and to all of us. Mazel tov. Mazel tov to you. Mazel tov to your wonderful family. And Lauren, at this time, Cantor Allison and I would be honored to share with you the most precious blessing of the Jewish people, God's blessing found in the Torah. We invite you to join us at the Aron HaKodesh, the Holy Ark. And please rise, everybody.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Lauren, may God bless you. May God protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May the light of God's love and God's wisdom shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom.
Lauren, may God always be with you and with your beautiful family and give you all the most precious blessing of all, the blessing of shalom, its peace, its wholeness, its joy, and its fulfillment in every way. And together, let's all say, Amen. And please be seated, everybody. Well, Lauren, at this time, leaders of our congregation, leaders of our temple community would like to make a special presentation to you in honor of your becoming bat mitzvah. I am honored to begin by calling upon a dedicated member of our Temple Sinai Board of Directors, Mr. Ronan Lasry.
Lauren, Mazal Tov, you did a wonderful job. I'm really honored to be here with you and your family. We've spent many, many years and many hours hanging out together, and it's just wonderful to be here. On behalf of the Temple Sinai Board, I'm honored to present you with some gifts, starting with a certificate commemorating that on this day you became a bat mitzvah, leading us in worship and chanting from the sacred text. Next, we have for you a gift certificate from the National Federation of Temple Youth that can be used towards a trip to Israel with other Jewish teens during your high school years. And finally for you, your very own copy of the Women's Torah Commentary. This book is the first comprehensive commentary on the 5 books of Moses to be authored exclusively by women. Smart, talented, caring, and involved women. In other words, the kind of woman you are on the path to becoming. Mazel tov, Lauren.
Thank you, Ronan. Thank you so much. And Lauren, on behalf of our sisterhood and brotherhood, we are so very honored to call upon Flo Cohen and Philip Hain.
Hiya, cutie. You and I have had a special connection since you first got here. And it's such a pleasure to see the lovely woman, that young woman you've grown to be. And by the way, this is literally my Bible. It was written, it was commissioned by sisterhood women across North America so that there would be a woman's perspective on the Bible. On behalf of sisterhood, it's my pleasure to present you with your mezuzah. You talked about your mezuzah in your speech, and that one's for your doorpost. This one, hopefully, you're going to take to college with you and take to all your adventures as you grow and explore, and it'll be hopefully a mezuzah in your house someday. And I hope it'll remind you of the love that you received here at Temple Sinai and how much we love you, that we're your spiritual home.
Lauren, when I was listening to you chant, I just thought this is beautiful and lovely. And then in your devar, being the movie lover that I am, when you mentioned Audrey Hepburn, you just raised yourself up, and it's obvious that you embody her spirit of humanitarianism. So mazel tov on all of that. On behalf of the Temple Brotherhood, I'm honored to give you this Kiddush cup. May it always overflow with sweet grape juice, and whenever you use it throughout your life, may it fill your heart and mind with joyful memories of this special day. Mazel tov to you.
Thank you, Philip, and thank you, Flo, and thanks again to Ronan. You got some great Jewish objects there, Judaica. That's wonderful. So we got a few more prayers to do, and then we're all going to celebrate in the social hall, and we're really going to get the party started. But we have a few more prayers to do. So yeah, we can leave that there. What do you think? You want to take a breather? Cantor and I will finish out the concluding prayers. Is that good? Okay, great. So let's come to our concluding prayers now. We're on page 586. Page 586 in our prayer books. We're in the middle of the page. We we come to the adoration prayer, Aleinu. This prayer is said before the open ark. The open ark is a symbol of the divine presence in our lives. So let's all stand together. We are in the middle of page 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula le'yotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kedoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim u'mishtacharim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu.
And please be seated, everybody.
V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Our Jewish worship is never complete until we think of those people in our lives who we have cared for and who have passed away and who cared for us. We think of family members who died, friends who've passed away, members of our community, members of every race and nation, been a blessing to humanity. We think of them now, we honor them through our memory and through our prayer. As I mention the name of a loved one who has passed, I invite you to please stand, and then in just a moment, we'll all stand together to recite the Kaddish prayer. This Shabbat, we say Kaddish for Mr. Gerd Lester. And we say Kaddish for Shirley Hager, Dr. Bernard Laisman, Don Walschlager, Ted Baker, Leonard Weiss, Al Rubin, Peter Siragusa, Lenore Horowitz, Leonard Sabbath, Eve Francine Marcus. We say Kaddish for Ilsa Jamin and Arlene Hammer. We say Kaddish for Dorothy Broomer, Jack Barkley, Ronald Simon, and Chase Joseph Newton. And for those who are observing Yahrzeit, the anniversary of the death of a loved one commemorated this very week, we remember Ann Berman, remember Kathy Fair, Samuel Goldstein Jr., we remember Barbara Bolter, and Glenn Welch, Millie Highland, and Leonard Strauss. Is there anybody who's mourning a loss whose name was not mentioned? And if so, we invite you to please raise your hand and mention their name now. Heather? Josh? Thank you. Well, for all of them, let's now stand together as a community of family and friends. We turn to page 598 in our prayer book, page 598. And we thank God that they were all with us as we pray. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, b'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chaye chon v'yom echon, u'b'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'olamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitomam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudusha berichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, Da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn. May we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved. Together we say, Amen. And please be seated, everybody.
Oh, say shalom b'mromav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oh, say shalom b'mromav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Mazel Tov again to Lauren, the family. We have a wonderful events coming up at the Temple Sinai, which you can read about in the TSG email blast. Tonight's flowers are presented by Ivy and Michael Marx in honor of their daughter's bat mitzvah, Glenn and Jerry Berman for the yahrzeit of Jerry's mother, Heather Ross for the yahrzeit of Heather's father. At the conclusion of the service, you're invited to join the Oneg Shabbat hosted by the Marx family. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Ronan. Thank you so much. Well, Lauren, I know your religious school classmates would like to make a very special presentation to you now, so come on up, guys. Jojo Rappaport is going to represent. They're all here.
Congrats, Lauren. You did amazing. We are all so proud of you, and you have made such an amazing contribution to our Hebrew school class. And Hebrew school wouldn't be the same without you. We want to give you this menorah to remind you of this day and the friendships you have made here at Temple Sinai.
Thank you, Jojo. Thank you. And guys, I wonder if we could help. Do we have some adventurous, couple of adventurous people to get the challah down there? The Kiddush cup. Thank you, Lior.
Let's go, Lior.
Thank you, Lior. And you did that so great. We've got the Kiddush cup down there too. It's sort of in the back there. We wanted to make sure that it didn't spill during the ceremony. Great. Thank you. And we'll give that to Cantor.
As long as you sing with me. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. L'chaim.
L'chaim. And blessings over the challah so we can all enjoy the food in just a moment.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Very nice.
We are now planning to take a
Well, as they are devouring the challah, we now come to our closing song. And then after our closing song, if you'll please put the prayer books back in the pews, and then we'll exit the sanctuary through the center, through the doors, and celebrate in the social hall together.
So we're going to do a rousing, energy-filled, get ourselves up and moving version of Adon Olam. If you don't know the words, firstly, you can find them on page 625. Second of all, you can just repeat after me. So, and you guys are going to be our support system. Come take a couple steps forward. You can't get the words wrong here. Here we go. You ready? Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yatzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, B'chefso Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora Adon Olam, Vehu Haya, Vehu Hove, Vehu Yeh V'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, B'chefso Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Your hair.
Thank you, guys.
I know, right? It won't be in your must be a wavy mohawk.
Yeah, no. That would be funny.
That would be the best surprise ever.
How about that? Your mom would be okay with that? Like, come with the mohawk? And dyed blue.
I don't know.
This is
This is good. Why didn't I get a drink at my barbecue? There's yours, Glenn.
Why didn't you get a drink?
Like, I remember. Oh, there's mine. How are you?
Okay.
Yes, that's like yours.
Okay, but
Was it still on the Torah?
Yep.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
You good? You want to take it now, or you want to get it later? Or?
I can take it now.
Okay, all right, cool.
So, and you met with
Carolyn.
You said you did a good job. I know. Are we good? What's wrong with half job? Because I was not going to have it.
It's going to be open, but you know where the front office
I'm working on that's the thing I need the most work on.
So let's touch base.
I almost did the
right